So I went down a rabbit hole recently looking into something called the Atlanta College of Liberal Arts and Sciences because I see ads on this all the time on Facebook. So on the surface, it looks legit. It's got a clean website. They have an MBA program. They even have a DBA program. It's fully online, flexible. It says it's internationally accredited. But I've learned that when it comes to schools, you ignore the marketing and you check one thing first, which is recognized accreditation. Now, if you guys have seen my other video about diploma mills, I kind of go into a little bit more detail on that. But that's something important to consider. So, like, not what the school says about itself, not logos on the homepage. You go to the actual U.S. Department of Education database, you check the CHEA, and this college, the ACLAS, doesn't show up as accredited by a recognized U.S. accreditor. And that is the first major red flag for me. Now, they do list international accreditations and quality assurance bodies, and this is where people get confused. Just because something says accredited doesn't mean it's accredited in a way that matters in the United States. Because in the U.S., recognized accreditation is what determines whether your degree qualifies for like financial aid, transfers to other universities, is accepted by employers, is accepted by licensing boards. And it's pretty sketchy when they advertise such incredibly inexpensive degree programs and being able to finish it in such a short amount of time. And so if it's not recognized, that degree can hit a wall very, very fast. And then I looked at the physical address. So they listed addresses in Atlanta, which is good, but it is in Suite R in a commercial office building. So, I mean, let me be a little clear. So, I mean, having a small office space doesn't automatically mean something is fake. There's plenty of legitimate organizations that use shared office suites. But to me, if you're presenting yourself as a college offering MBAs and even doctorate degrees or DBAs, and your physical presence appears to be just a rented suite in a generic building, that's at least worth questioning a little bit. So, I mean, maybe it's fully online, that's fine. But when you combine a minimal physical footprint with no recognized accreditation, it really starts to lean towards a diploma mill. And here's the part that honestly bothers me the most is that a lot of people actually don't know the difference. So if they see internationally accredited, they assume, well, hey, that means the same thing as regionally accredited in the U.S. It does not. So there's organizations that hand out accreditation style recognitions that aren't recognized by the Department of Education or the CHEA. So it doesn't necessarily make them illegal, but it does mean that they don't carry the same weight. So if someone is spending thousands of dollars on an MBA or a DBA thinking it will advance their career and later finds out that the employers don't recognize it, that is a serious problem. And so I think also part of why their degrees are so inexpensive is because maybe they don't want people to worry about losing thousands of dollars on that. I don't really know the whole idea there. But if you look at like some of the comments even on like some of these posts, like you can tell it's a lot of people that just kind of, I don't know, you can tell that something's fishy going on. I mean, I saw someone who commented on there, and I think their comment got deleted because it had something to do with calling them a diploma mill or something like that. But I just think like, I see like the same people commenting on each ad that I look at. And even like the reviews online on Google Maps, things like that. It's strange. Basically, education, like the point of education, it's supposed to open doors. And so if there's ambiguity about whether your degree is going to be accepted, that makes it more risky. And so for me personally, if I'm investing time and money into a graduate degree, I don't want any question marks. I want it to be clearly recognized. I want it to be able to transfer. Of course, it depends on what you want to do with your degree, what your goals are, if you're wanting to advance in your career, if you want to be recognized nationally. So basically, before anyone enrolls anywhere, just go to the Department of Education database. Don't rely on what a school says about itself. because basically once the tuition is paid and the degree is printed, it's too late to double check. So my overall thoughts about this program, the Atlanta College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, it's a fishy program. I would avoid it if I were you. If you are not in the United States and you're just looking for a way to earn more degrees, yeah, maybe you could consider it. But if you are in the United States and you're planning to progress in your career and you want to use a degree in the United States, I would definitely go to any other place, preferably that is accredited. So anyways, that's just kind of my thoughts about this school. I did at one point, I was kind of curious because originally when they advertised their degrees, they had a photo. I wish I had the photo, but basically like their program, like the diploma itself looked more like a certificate rather than like an actual diploma. And it just said like doctorate of business administration. Like it was just, it did not look like an actual like official traditional diploma that you would get from a university. And so I was actually curious one time to see what would happen. And I told them, hey, this is, your diplomas don't look that convincing. And I was just curious to see what they would say. I said like, oh, what did I say? I said I was a graphic designer and that if they gave me free tuition, I would design the new diplomas for them. And they said no. Or at least John Smith at Atlanta College of Liberal Arts and Sciences said no, and that's okay. I wasn't going to do it anyways. I was actually just really curious what they were going to say because they seem like a diploma mill. But anyways, I'm actually going to be going over a lot more schools out there that have question marks all around them. So stay tuned for that. So if you guys have any comments or anything you want to add, definitely leave it in the comment section, and I will see you later.